Fait que qu'est-ce que tu veux faire, c'est comme euh, quand tu fais entraîner quelqu'un, like whenever someone gets a job, the first thing you need to do. Let's say there's a lot of positions, there's drive-through, whatever it is, whatever job it is. There's a lot of positions, right? So whenever someone starts the job, they get the training of each position one day. So one day let's say it's like a restaurant, right? So let's say it's a McDonald's. So there's drive-through, there's the cash drive-through, then there's making the sandwiches, then there's in the kitchen. So the best way is to have an employee is to train them in every aspect. So let's say there's drive-through, there's the cash, there's the kitchen, there's the guy that makes the burgers, there's the guy that wraps the sandwich. So he's skilled in every aspect of the working in the restaurant. So you're not depending on a certain employee that's only knows the grill and a certain employee that only knows the drive-through or whatever, because then you're these are not efficient employees. An efficient employee needs to be educated on every position of the job, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Let's say you work in a garage, as like I did. The guy knows how to do oil changes, tires, service, everything. He knows everything because this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to learn every aspect of the job, so you're educated, and it's not just boring. Oh yeah. So this reminds me. You make it interesting, so you motivate everyone. Like let's say the person is new and they're learning the drive-through. So like, yo, everybody, we're gonna motivate David or George, whatever, to be in the drive-through today. Everyone, let's motivate George. And you make it a fun atmosphere. When it's a fun atmosphere and it's not just like, okay, you just gotta work and shut up and work like a slave factory. It's more fun. So you gotta make it like not just a reward system, but everyone, tout le monde sont comme gentils, tout le monde se motive, tout le monde sont comme ils savent chaque position. Everyone knows every position of the job. Whether it's drive-through, the chef, the guy that makes the burgers, everything, the guy that cleans the restaurant, the mops the floor, everything. So they know every aspect of the job. So there are because otherwise you're gonna need 5 employees to run a restaurant when you can run with two employees. You know what I mean? It's just being more efficient, but at the same time it has to be a fun atmosphere, like a family thing, or like a group. Because when it's like a group and they're not, they're unison, they're like have like the it's like a machine. Once the machine is smooth and running and everything is running efficiently, it's like the Formula One team. When the guys come and they take off the wheels and they put it back in like 30 seconds.
Qu'est-ce que tu dis, toi, c'est que tous les employés soient à part égale.
What? Ben, ils sont,
moi, je suis comme 4 employés. Tenayus, il est comme 3 employés. Puis les 2 filles avec qui on travaille, c'est même pas encore un employé.
Non, faut que ça soit
égal.
One employee has to know every aspect of the job, so they're not just doing one thing, because that's what an employee is for. And anyone who's picky doesn't want to do the job. Because think about it, who wants to work one position all day in the same spot? That is like literally being a slave. When you have one job and you just do that. I'm not saying, and some people become amazing at it because it's the 10,000 hour rule. Obviously, the more you do something, the better you're going to get at it. But I'm saying you better be educated in every aspect of the job. The more you can learn, the better you are, and the more not important you feel. But like, think about it. If there's 5 positions, right, and you only know one, they would rather hire someone that knows everything than just one thing. Who wants an employee that is only good at one thing? You want someone that knows everything. So that's what I want to say as far as like being a manager, not just being a manager, but making sure everyone is like working in unison. Because when everyone works in unison, it's amazing. It's like a well-oiled machine. Everything. It's like a factory. It's like instead of machines popping stuff out, it's people, but they're working very efficiently together because they're a group. It's like a team. And it's like once you work in unison so much, you become one in a way. You know what I mean? You watch some of these videos on TikTok, it's like literally these people are working together, but they're working so well together. It's like one well-oiled machine. Anyway, thank you everyone. That was my little chat about working at a job, you know? Because like when I worked in the garage, you know, it's let's just say you're working at Canadian Tire, which was my first job was Canadian Tire. I was like a service technician, so you're just doing oil changes, tires, and that's it. You're not doing any big things. You're not changing spark plugs, wires, or anything big like that. And that was my first job because I wanted to be a mechanic. And here, I should just squeeze this in. So the reason why some of my OCD things that happen, you know, or is it called PTSD? So I did an oil change on this car. It was a Geo Metro, which is a piece of crap already. I closed the hood, and the hood didn't close. Like it was closed, but it didn't lock, you know. And I told the manager. The manager's like, "Yeah, don't worry." Remember, I'm 16 and I'm working at Canadian Tire as a service technician because like it's because the school. Is it because of school or I wanted to? Anyway, and I was 16, you know. So I close the hood, whatever, and I tell the manager, "Yo, it's not closing right." He's like, "Don't worry." She leaves. The woman leaves. She comes back. The hood open. It cracked the windshield. Like, you know, thank God the woman lived. She didn't die, but you know, she was not happy. And then the manager got shit from her, and then he's like, "Yo, I gotta make an example of you. Either you buy the mechanic tools and you can stay, or I have to fire you." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm 16. I haven't finished mechanic school. I'm not gonna buy the tools because mechanic tools is expensive. It's not cheap, especially if you're looking to snap it. The snap-on, right?" But anyway, yeah. Going back to what I was saying. Any job, an employee should be educated in every aspect of the job. So they're not just bored and feel like a slave just doing one thing. Because doing one thing every day, 8 hours a day, could make you go crazy. Oh, and you look into slave factories that are still happening till this day. When you buy your iPhones or whatever, where you think it's coming from? This is all coming from slave factory. When you buy whatever it is, these companies, they're not looking at, oh, I want to give jobs to people in my country. They're looking at the cheapest way they can get it. Just going back to Kanye West and his Jesus sweaters. So he got into the Jesus market. So now, you know what I mean? He has fans, his own fans of himself, and then he has his fans because he likes Jesus, he supports Jesus. But then he's selling sweaters that go for like $250 supporting Jesus. If he really loved Jesus, he would be giving out those sweaters for free, and he would not be charging them for $250, because for all you know, those sweaters are being made for like 50 cents, and he's making 250% profit on every sweater. You know what I mean? All in the name of Jesus. So anyway, this is like a super connected podcast. What else can I squeeze in? Yeah, so I want to have several businesses and properties under my name, inshallah. And I want to have employees where it's like, their family. You want people not just to work for you, but be your partners, and you can build stuff together. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. You don't want people to stay at a lower state of mind. You just be like, yeah, just work for me, bring me money, and I don't care about you. You know what I mean? No, you. Anyway, thank you. This was just me talking about jobs and getting the best employee.